Magnetic Niu! Magnetic Niu!
Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another randomised gaming stream. As always, welcome to the start of another week of streaming. I am your randomised gaming host, Random Gamer Ribbon, the current editor of Randomised Gaming. And I welcome you all to a fresh week. So, as always, just to remind you, I'm streaming Monday, Tuesday and Thursday at present. And today's game, we are looking at Super Magnetic Niu on the Sega Dreamcast. So this is a bit of a hidden gem, I'd say-ish. It's actually quite a good platform game. It's not a perfect game, but it's one that doesn't get mentioned much at all these days. And there's a selection of sort of games on the Dreamcast that tend to get mentioned, but this one is probably one of the best platformers that remains Dreamcast exclusive at present. I do like the options. Strangely, they don't have an option menu. They just have separate pages for all the different in-game. Hello, Terry. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Vibration, load game, new game. There's a challenge mode and there's a normal mode. And in we go. It is a very sort of DJ comical game. So without further ado, I'm actually going to be eating my afters. I will start the game and we can watch the opening cutscene while I chow down on some dessert.
We now have total control of Pow Pow Park!
Professor, we have an emergency!
What are you babbling on about, Petey? Can't you see I'm in the middle of mixing up my secret bongo noodle recipe?
Professor, this is no time for noodles! The Pinky Gang is back!
This is the perfect opportunity to test my latest and greatest invention, Super Magnetic Niu! Petey, activate Neo's super magnetic turbo thrusters. Now!
Thrusters activated! Ah, it actually works!
It is I, Neo, on my way to beat the bad guys!
Hey, wait! You even know where you're going?
So, welcome to Super Magnetic Neo. I should just introduce the game just before I get started. It does record your best time. Appreciate, as always, the likes, everyone. But Super Magnetic Neo, I said, is a platform game. Very colourful game. Does remain a Dreamcast exclusive. One of the, like I said, the Dreamcast doesn't have that many exclusives these days. Many got ported to other systems. It was known as Super Magnetic Niu Niu in Japan. I think Neo is a better word. It was released in 2000. It was developed by Genki, and it was published by Crave Entertainment and Genki. Crave Entertainment in the Western versions, and Genki in the original Japanese version. Oh, there's actually hidden items. So it's fairly simple. You have run, you have jump with the X button, so run is right trigger. Jump with the X button, so you have your A magnetic field, which is the neutral, and you have the blue magnetic field, which is S. I'll say polar. And basically, you also have an action button. Basically, certain enemies you can only hurt with the different fields, and you can only interact with things on certain fields. So, that's a red field. I need to interact with it with red. This is a blue enemy, so if I hit it with red, it does nothing. Ah. Turn that into a special block. Okay. You can attack it with blue. Now that actually requires a red field, that broken one. It's like, it's weird, it's a blue, but it actually, if you do blue, yeah, you don't. Now one thing I do note, this is not for the faint of hearted. This game is a one-hit kills. As you can see there, literally everything that Neo can touch can literally kill him. I can try this again. For some reason, yeah, I'm not sure why that blue one, and I don't quite understand why that core one worked. See, so if you do the red field, you convert them up into a ball and attack them with blue. So. Oh! You do get bleep warnings in this as well that will tell you in certain enemies. Ah, that's how you get. I wondered that. I couldn't beat that early. Oh, ooh, ooh. Very reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot, I guess, in some degree, with this sort of forward running. So what? So I go to anything down this way? Okay, no. Actually use the run button there. But there we go. Did I get a hidden item? So that was all the pinky medals. Hidden items. So there are hidden. And yes, we have bonus stages also. That loading screen is bonkers and very colourful as well. Okay, that wasn't too hard. I was expecting something a bit more trickier. Press any button. Okay, I'm just going to nosh the rest of my afters before I go any further. Glad you guys are enjoying this. Appreciate it. I'm sure not many of you have actually seen this before. But it did get released in all regions. This is one of those games that largely ended up in bargain bins left, right and centre. But it's actually a pretty solid platformer. I'll let you listen to the music for a minute, just while I'm scoffing my dessert. And I'll be back in a sec, guys, and then we can chat. Okie dokie, so on to stage 2. So this is actually... No, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Where on earth? Yeah, this one's got some really crazy future... Oh, this is the world selection menu. I didn't realise this. This is really well done. You literally go down all the different worlds and there's the boss, I take it, with this thingy door. Okay, that is really nicely done, actually. Actually, I should actually save it just in case I lose my progress at all during the stream. And hello, Terry. Yep. Dreamcast had some decent graphics. There's no denying that. Yep, there is indeed no denying the fact it had some decent... Quit the game, no. This one is actually, I mean, not many people talk about Super Magnetic Neos, but it's a really nice looking, fun game. Got some bright bars. See, the character design's really good, really quirky. It's just one of those games that I think not many people knew about, and I think it kind of got passed over because the Dreamcast, I don't think, was really seen as a console for platformers. And I will be brutally honest, the Sonic games on Dreamcast aren't that good. I'm sure there's some people going, heresy right now, but it's true. I'm guessing that's a running jump, although the run's actually quite uncontrollable. There's also hidden items on every stage I've got to keep an eye out for. I'm not quite sure how the fact you hit the enemies with the blues, but for those grapple ones, you hit the opposite colour. That doesn't quite make any sense, but appreciate all the likes, everyone jumping in. Well, if you are enjoying it, please do stay for a bit. We're getting lots of people who jump in, hit the like button, and then vanish. But please do look. It is a very quirky, crazy game that I don't think really. Oh, I see. So that'll track you. Ah, that's handy to know. Yeah, it's definitely. I agree. It's got some nice ideas. Sonic Adventure. The Chow mode is awful, which is the one real negative. The platforming stuff's pretty good, and the other thing, as you say, it's got some horrendously bad bugs in it. It really is bad, buggy. A lot of people don't like to acknowledge the fact the game is incredibly buggy, and there are points where you can just literally run against walls, fall off platforms horribly, and not survive. There are times where you're just running and you just fall off for no reason, so... Oh, I've got to tap that to drop that. Okay, there we go with that one. Let's grab another one. So yeah, can I attack him with the... So that one you actually have to hit with the opposite one. Not sure quite why that is, but... secret. There are secret items, so I'm not sure. They're hidden items. Not sure where they are on this stage. Not sure where they were on the first. So there's lots to actually see and do. This is actually a really wasn't a good one. As I said, this is one hit kill, so it's not that easy game. So if you're new to platforming, you might find this quite tricky. Ooh. Fortunately, I slipped and slided a bit too much there. Yeah, the controls are... The Magnetic has inertia, so and he does have a bit of slippery when he jumps. I think too, but... Alright, so I need to do the opposite colour on these ones. Not sure why, but I just do. So although I have a run button, I'm a little hesitant to run. Oh! I pressed jump there. I am a little hesitant to run willy-nilly because it's helpful to watch that shadow, right? Yes, these swinging balls you have to do the opposite colour, but yeah, I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of the Chow game in Sonic Adventure because it slowed the pace of the game so much. I used to love the VM minigames, not the Chow minigame. That was probably one of my most hated things in Sonic Adventure. Oh, that was me trying to go for that power up. Paid the price there. Lots of one-ups, so obviously they knew this game was not for the faint of heart. Now, do I be brave and aim for that? Yeah, you got to really. That's really tricky. That one, you've got to really aim for the. You have to plan in for the inertia. I'll give it one last shot. So when you're moving, you have, or when you're riding. Danny can try as many times as I like that bit because I get an extra life pretty swiftly, so... There we go. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I've taken my headphones off and not put them back on. It's definitely it's a really quirky game. You see here, it's probably the closest game you'll get to Crash Bandicoot on the Dreamcast, that's for sure. No, that's... B's blue. Okay, that's easier to remember that. Yeah, so it wasn't a huge... I mean, I enjoyed Sonic Adventure, but I would say it was far from a perfect game. And it was probably one of the weakest Sonics when it released. Sonic Adventure 2, I thought, was a much better game. Oh, that sent me back here. Oh, I must have totally missed... Yeah, I was going to say I put past the checkpoint. I must have missed it. Yeah, it's weird how... Those airborne ones you need the alternate polarity, whereas all the others you need the same polarity. Except for these things where you... Ooh. I see, so you press the alternate polarity to sit sucked to them, and you press the alternative polarity to jump. And I can see this getting very tricky with lots of jumping, changing colours. Oh, I've got to press the suction one to the other one, haven't I? Ah. Just learning when and where to swap polarity. Now, I must admit, I haven't actually played this much ever before, so bear with me a little bit. I'm not doing too badly. A lot of people said this was actually a very tricky game. And that music track has a little bit of Kirby to it, I feel. Oh, there's some tough sliding here. It's not as quite as easy as it looks, as you have to deal with inertia, so... Oh, this game wants you to do one run, does it? Okay. I get a 3 hit as well, I think. Go! So yeah, I'm not quite sure why these ones you have to do the alternative. Sliding. Actually makes some clever. I quite like the. It actually makes some. The color coding system is very much. Is actually kind of reminds me a bit of Ikaruga, I think it is on Dreamcast. The treasure shooter. Okay, that's actually hurt me, so I've just lost my 3 hits. Closed. Okay, the VMU just did a weird beat. I know there's hidden items. Is there something you can do to... The timer's purely just to... the VMU beeps, so I don't know if there's hidden items, but I know there is hidden items, but I have no idea how you find them. Camera angle's a bit of a trick there. But yeah, very much reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. I would say 1 or 2 bits the jumping isn't quite... You do get inertia, so it's a little bit slippery, the jumping. I'm not doing too badly. And literally, I will admit I haven't actually... I've owned this one for a very long time, but I've never actually played it that much, other than a quick sort of go. It's one of those ones that, one of those games I picked up cheap and just never got around to. Should really run as well, just to make sure. But yeah, the VMU's beep, so I assume that's a hidden item. So I probably should read the manual actually. Probably would explain it better, but ooh, yes, Neo, you just saved. So red. Okay, that's a little... Oh. Couldn't see the jump properly there. That's irritating. Have you tried Fur Fighter? Yes, I have tried Fur Fighters. I've nearly finished that as well, but I never actually quite finished it. I never got on with Fur Fighters, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's not a bad platform game, but it just felt... There was a few issues with Fur Fighter that just drove me insane. But yeah, it's not a bad third-person action shooter, Third Fighters, but yeah, I just never got on with it that well. So it's a decent game, but there was just something that never quite clicked with me for Fur Fighters. I think it was quite buggy as well, because I remember trying to unlock everything and there's quite a few guides like, don't do this or you'll bug the game, don't do this or you'll bug the game, don't do this or you'll bug the game. Oh, that was red, wasn't it, again? Probably another one I should actually stream. Actually, I'll tell you what I did play the other day, Terry. You might be interested. I tried the homebrew version of Quake. It was the Rad Quake version. That's actually surprisingly good on Dreamcast, so I might actually put that up on stream. So yes, there's a homebrew version of the original Quake, and it's actually rather good. I do quite like the stage design. It's quite nice, bright and colourful in this. Okay, so how do I get... Okay, there we go. You launch yourself up. The Fur Fighters is it's more an action platformer though, so it's... Fur Fighters is more like games like Slave Zero. If you've ever played Slave Zero. Oh, you've got to be a bit quick on those ones. You've got to swap. Yeah, there's going to be some fiendish jumping stages in this, I can see. There'll be absolutely fiendish jumping stuff later on, I bet. Oh. Yeah, it's actually a pretty solid game. It's got some really nice ideas, so I do recommend it, as long as you don't mind tough jumping. Glad you're enjoying it. So that one just flings you. Okay, so that one, I see what you got to do. So if I want that, I need to... Oh, brutal. Knowing where to... It's actually knowing where to go. This is a game you've got to memorise quite heavily, I can see that. So if we go the other way... But if I want the extra life and stuff, you've basically got to go... Oh! I can see this getting quite fiendish later on. The music's not bad at all. I mean, again, I will say I have not played this one that much, despite owning it since I had my Dreamcast. Well, we got the Dreamcast back in 2000. I probably picked this up in 2001, actually, I reckon. Or maybe 2002. A really nice game. Oh, I was afraid that was going to happen if I fell on them. It's actually, the concept is really interesting. Is there actually any point? I need to read the manual what you do with the hidden items. Oh! Yeah, there's the slight slipperiness to the jump. That's probably the one drawback. There's a slight, when you run, there's just very slight. They clearly knew this game was tricky as well by the fact they have so many lies stashed around. Oh, I've got the rain effects as well, nice. It's actually, the more I'm playing this, the more I'm thinking there's some great ideas in this. It's pretty solid. It's a little, other than being a little bit slippery, but I think that's part of the design for the inertia when you're on the magnets and stuff. Ah, can you jump on a lot of those rails? Yeah. This is in PAL and this is with VGA, in case you're wondering. I am playing the PAL version on VGA, so it's got VGA support out of the box as well, so you don't need to do anything funky to get VGA working. You don't need to use this works. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. Yes, this does work with VGA out of the box, you'll be pleased to know. I'm not sure if it's got a 60 Hz option off the top of my head if you don't have VGA, but yeah, it's got VGA mode, so when it's in VGA it'll be automatic with 60 Hz. Oh, come on! I've got to be a little bit careful, I'm losing a lot of lives. Yeah, this got released in all regions as well, so I think it's a fairly common game. Yeah, it's a little bit... Ooh. Where it came to go. It is a little bit slippery there, and I can run for the exit. Oh, I missed one. Really? Is it that expensive these days? I didn't realise. Well, I doubt it's Evolution 2 expensive, but let me just... I'm just going to check. I'm curious. When I picked this up years ago for next to nothing. One out from the bonus stage, I think. Just pause that for a second. Lots of greedy buy it nows. Super Magnetic Niu Dreamcast. So don't believe the buy it now prices. It's sold for £13. Incomplete. 33 quid complete. £40. £15 for a Japanese version. £23. 32. So it's fairly cheap. Fairly cheap. Nah. So it's 20 to 30. Ignore greedy buy it nows. It's 20 to 30. Ignore the. You have got to watch that. But there are a lot of rip-off merchants. Don't get stung by them. Yeah, it is 23. Was that a complete one? Let me just see. This is the thing. You have to be careful these days. There are people trying to push up the price. Yeah, that was complete. So that was complete for £23. There are an awful lot of very overpriced buy it nows though at the minute, so ignore them. A US copy sold for £64 on a buy it now. I should state for anyone who's an eBay seller, the US version is not the same as the PAL version, so yeah, don't get fooled. Don't get fooled by pricey buy it nows. They're all there just. Obviously, the bonus stages do repeat, so total Zeba. So there's credit.
Did I tell you about the exciting expedition that I went on the other day? After consulting with our finest botanists, I climbed to the top of Mount Chiba in search of the rarest flower in all of Pao Pao Park. I had heard that this plant was magnificent, but you'll never believe what happened. When I approached the rocky ledge upon which the plant was growing, it instantly sprouted up 10 stories high. Then it grew teeth like a fierce dragon and tried to capture me with its ravenous jaws. Of course, I used the advanced combat skills learned during my days in the Pinky Legion to battle the beast. I assure you that neither of you would have survived the ordeal.
Whatever.
Yeah, if you look at the sold auctions, they're only 20 to 30, so you have got to watch that. Sometimes ignore the greedy buy it nows and just wait for a sold or just wait for someone to put it up in auction. There have been a few people putting the price up as well, and basically if the US one sells for a lot, that's not equal to the PAL versions. The US version may have a bigger or smaller print run, etc. So there is different regional demands, and people have to remember that. The Japanese version will be peanuts to buy as well. Sold to 15 quid. Okay, so here's the first boss. guessing I've got to convert these guys. Oh, gotta watch that. Basically, got to get the two guys together, or you have to try and do one and then throw the other. Oh, I've run. I ran off the edge. Okay, so come on, bud. Be a little careful running, you do slide lots. Yeah, I'd recommend you get yourself an RGB SCART lead or a composite. You should have actually got a composite cable with your Dreamcast, so that way you can play Code Veronica. But I'm guessing you've got a CDI burner for North American version. That's one way around it. Yeah, it's annoying. Code Veronica had the PAL version had the. Ow. I used up all my lives. Yeah, I assume you're using a North American version. This will be a burn of the North American version. Because that, basically, with Code Veronica, the Japanese and the North American version support VGA. It's only the PAL version that doesn't. They stripped it out for the PAL version, and the PAL version has a horrible ghosting effect due to how they emulated the game. Oh, I see. So you actually lose one of the power-ups if you're... You'd be better off going home and then Oh, I can't throw for toffees, can I? Okay, lots of 1-ups, bonuses, gold. Okay, that's what you get for beating the boss. And it had the classic 3 hits, that wasn't too bad. That's the first world done.
Boss, I have a cunning plan.
Yeah, Code Veronica did look absolutely amazing. I'll probably do a stream of it and some of the other Resident Evil games over Halloween if I'm still on the Dreamcast. I might be swapping to the GameCube for a bit though, so we'll be taking a break from Dreamcast games probably in a week or two and then doing a bit of GameCubing, as I haven't done a bit of GameCubing. Yeah, I could do Resident Evil 1 remake or Resident Evil 0. Ah, so this is home. Can we do much at home at the minute? I assume there's something you can do. Yeah, we could definitely look at the Resident Evil 1 remake, that's for certain. And Resident Evil 0. Could look at Resident Evil 4 as well. A nice little hub overworld. It's quite good fun, actually. Appreciate all the likes on streams, everyone. Glad you're enjoying this look at Super Magnetic Neo on the Nintendo Sega Dreamcast. Yeah, this is one of the good things about this. Is said it is still Dreamcast exclusive. So yeah, it's not a too expensive game. It's probably going to... The Japanese version is probably about the cheapest. And it is, if you don't know, we largely, when we're playing import games on the Dreamcast, use either the Exploder or the DCX. There's also the Game Shark code breaker. So basically, they're actually the same. So the Game Shark and the Action Replay are the same. We don't actually have an Action Replay. I should try and grab one, actually, that. And then there is the DCX boot disk as well for running imports. There was the Utopia boot disk, but I think that was by far the weakest. Oh, I thought that was a hole. I should have moved. I do like these sort of mini-game sections. They are really well done. Oh, definitely a Crash Bandicoot vibe on this one. Can I jump in this thing? I do like the animation as well. Yes, I can jump. Okay. I am actually really liking this. It's not a perfect game, but it's a... Yeah, I mean, arcade we largely emulate because arcade is definitely... I mean, arcades were never commercially made available to the public, and these days trying to actually get arcade games is A, very difficult and requires a lot of space, which we do not have. Sadly, I'd love to be an arcade collector, but... well, I'd just like to have a couple of arcade games, but I just don't have the space, so... Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Oh, oh. I've never actually streamed much in the way of emulation. Partly because you have to own the game. However, there is an argument for if the game was never commercially released, like an arcade game, you're legally, that's probably ish you can have a good argument for, because especially if it's no longer commercially available. If it is available, you have to own it. The nearest to the arcade is the Dreamcast. That's a slightly odd statement. There's lots of consoles that can create arcade perfect games. I mean, PS4 has tons of the arcade archive games on it, so... Although both the Saturn and Dreamcast were based on arcade hardware, so... PS1 also actually realised there's a lot of tactical lives placed so that you do get... Gotta go right and then pull in tight. There's a lot of lives placed with the coins and stuff. I'm actually gaining lives, not losing them. Even though I'm losing one, I'm getting one and a bit. Yeah, it's a little weird you can't... I'd have thought you'd have a health bar in this. So right, that was centre. Got it. Okay, what's coming up for me next? Okay, it's quite a cool stage. We've got racing vehicles. Oh. Staying on that track with that camera angle is quite tricky. So that's an annoying life loss. Ah, now I get you. Yeah, Sega were definitely more arcade games. Okay, I think I had to get that switch to get those last 3. That's annoying. There was a blue switch to the side. I think I had to hit it. Switch to the other side as well. I wonder if they're related to the hidden items? Possibly. Ah. Gotta watch this. Don't lose too many lives. Although you do gain them pretty quickly as well, so... Ah, so you've got to hit both those switches. Okay, right. I'm going to be a bit cheeky, and there was one... Yeah, it was a big shame they didn't do... and you hit so blue, red. Yeah, it's a shame about Streets of Rage. I don't particularly like Streets of Rage 4 either. That's been developed by a developer who didn't really understand the franchise, I felt. I just cost myself a load of lives there. Let's try not to lose any more. Oh, that one always gets you. You can't actually go for that. You have to actually avoid that one. Oh, yeah, that sums it up. Now, does it say if I hit those switches as well? Answer, no it doesn't. So I'm better off actually to avoid this one. Right, that means I avoid all the extra lives, but... Ow! Fudgems. The depth is not actually that clear in this. That's probably the one I don't need as well. Right, so if I want the power-ups, I have to stay to the left side. Okay, I've got this. I am. You can tell I'm a completionist when it comes to these type of games, so... I do like to try and get everything first run if I can. Yep, there we go. Right, now to get off this stage. Oh, come on! Come on! I missed the one up again. Annoying, but not too bad seeing as I've already got. Hitting those switches makes traversing that bit a bit easier as well, but never mind. Hey, finally made it across the full top there. Yeah, the other thing is, if you're an old school gamer like me, you know you need to practice and build up the runs to get the experience to know exactly what you're doing. Gotta try and just balance this one on top. Alright, hit this one, that'll just make the end bit a bit easier. Okay, before that guy ran right in front of me, so it's a bit random how they go at the end. You've got to be a bit careful. Oh, nicely done. That was quite a nice short stage with a nice little racing section. Now, did I get all the pinky medals? Oh! Good swat! I got the ID card. But not the pinky medal. I'll just say random words. Random made up words. Challenge the bonus. Okay, right. Oh, I should have held on there. Yeah, you are missing some nuances now of a lot of modern games. There are still a lot of very good games that reflect this type of genre, but it's knowing where they are now. I'll be honest, there's a lot of games being released that are what I describe as shovelware these days, and it's knowing the good from the bad. Because I'm an hour and 8 minutes in, that says, and I'm already at the second world. Not the biggest game. Appreciate everyone watching. I like Little Nightmares. That's creepy. I've played Little Nightmares. I think one of the guys said he played it on the team and quite enjoyed it. There are some really good, and there's lots of really quite good games. And it's one of those things that off the top of my head, I'm like, what have I played recently? And whenever I play quite a lot of games, often it will just go blank when I'm thinking, what am I playing at the minute? Ooh, nice reflective effects actually there. We've got... Oh, and I missed that point. Yeah, there's definitely a slight lag on the jump with the run. Right, line it up. Well, there will be a lag that time because I pressed A instead of X. This looks like the type of stage where I'm supposed to run all the time. Oh, and again I've messed it up, and I'm not going to worry too much. Because I won't be finishing this in one run. And there are still some very good games on the PS4. I'm not going to... There's lots of really, really good games, more so than the Dreamcast. But I know what you mean. There's a certain style of games you miss now. We're missing the sort of quality. The platformers have really not been around that much. Although you've got quite a few nice remakes, but nothing. It's always nice to have some original titles. There are some good. A Hat in Time isn't actually that bad on PS4. That's quite a good one. There's also is it Skylay, which is another one with sort of cartoon characters, 3D platformer, as a sort of rabbit or a wolf girl who has a cybernetic arm. This. There's also another one. Is it little? Oh, there's a wolf. There's a game with a fox on Xbox One. It's like Little Tales Adventure. That recently got a PS4 release, which is really nice. So there are still games like this. And I probably should cover more PS4 stuff. Oh, there was the other one as well from the Frontier, the developers, or it was by the developers that did Lost Wind. I think it was. I can't remember if it was by the studio or by the developers. Sort of mini boss there. Oh, it's. I want to say Little Nemo, but that's. It's not that. Okay, I've got to know exactly what colour's coming for me when I do this. So. Yeah, the Xbox One, there's not... I mean, I really like the 360, but the Xbox One, we have actually got one, and we've largely been using it for the backwards compatibility. Some great backwards compatibilities. Got a mini boss fight here, so... Oh, yes, those spike ones you can't throw. I've not actually touched the Nintendo Switch. I will do at some point. I was actually say a bit about Super Magnetic Niu. I've not actually really discussed. The visual style is really simplistic. So from a design perspective, they've gone for a really cutesy system that actually holds up well even today. It still looks... It's just bright, it's colourful, it just works. It's a really good visual design. This is Genki, and it's actually probably one of their better, more interesting games. Genki did do a sort of range of titles. Some of them weren't always the best, I will admit. So what's going on here? Why am I being chased by a flame thing? There's the run, come on, run! This is an interesting stage sign, actually. We've got to do the reverse. Nope, I've messed up the jump there. Do you like the animation? So we've got some sort of skull thing. Come on, move, move. Right, come on, just run straight, Neo. Right, just... Come on, run straight, Neo. Come on, come on. Oh, some sort of Curse of the Pharaohs thing. Okay, this is actually quite an interesting stage. But yeah, it's quite tricky. You basically beat the boss and then you have to beat it again. Basically run away. Oh, got the angle run. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, if you tap it, you'll run. Yeah, just taking a moment out there. Yeah, the Dreamcast, I think, has had a lot of its games pushed to other formats, but there's still quite a lot of good games, and it's still fairly cheap to collect for, which is another good thing. There's still quite a few Dreamcast games that are quite expensive. This is still relatively cheap. So now how do I get... up there? Okay, hello everyone again. Yep, hello Dubs, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, everyone's saying it. Terry and Dubs, thanks for joining the stream. You're both saying it's actually a pleasure to look at. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's definitely a game. I should actually do a I'd quite like to do a playthrough of this, but it's one I'd need to practice a bit on first. I mean, I'll be honest, this is the furthest I've ever got on this. I've never really played through this that much. It's not too bad though. It's got some really nice... The visual aesthetics have really held up well, and... the platforming's pretty good, solid, and it's got some quite nice levels. There's a nice variety. I wouldn't say the platforming design is like first-class Mario, but it's got... okay, we've got some nice little... but there's a really nice change of pace between all the stages, and like that last stage, the fact we had to go back, that was quite interesting. Now, this is definitely a bit of trial and error once you know how to beat a stage. And there's the game over screen again. I'm tempted to do a GIF of that. Appreciate everyone on the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, please do consider hitting that like button as well. Not got that many people, but I don't think many people are... It's one of those... It's sort of a bit of a cult classic, Super Magnetic Niu. It's definitely worth grabbing. It says it's not too expensive, although at the minute you'll find a lot of expensive buy it nows, but when you look at the prices, it was about £15 for the Japanese version, and it's about £20 to £30 for the PAL version. Oh, just walked into that one. No, 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 no. Ooh. Got to remember, you've got to get used to... So there's some weird things said with the fact how... So this... No, no. Red again. It's weird how some are red and some are blue, so... It's not quite as... Some of the grappling ones aren't quite as straightforward as you'd expect, but it's not too bad. So there we go. So that blue is confusing because the platforms are blue. Basically, you have... If the platforms are red, they'll be red, but if those airborne hangers are red, that'll be a blue. And switches there as well, so do I need to grapple? So this will be a blue, not a red, which is why it can be a little bit confusing at times, but I think that's part of the nuances. Ooh. Okay, well I got that one. So yeah, this one will be a blue, not a red, but the standard platforms will be... whereas this will be a blue, so blue. So it'll be blue, blue. No, that's a blue. Gotta remember that. But I think that's done deliberately to trick you, which is quite an ingenious strategy. So we've got blue, blue, blue. Blue, 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 blue. So we grabbed him. Let's just throw him. Jump on there. I mean, the stage design as well. This one we've got some nice pyramid design. It's some really, really good stage design. That one's blue. Oh, hanging on for dear life there. I thought I was a goner actually because I'd messed up that jump. We have got a run button as well, but I don't use it. But visually, this is really, really, it is really nice. It's aged well as well. The music's really enjoyable as well. I'm actually quite surprised. It probably deserves more more accolades than it gets. So that's. I know I'm going to have to go back and get all the coins at some point, that's a given. So heal, in order to convert, I need to hit him with a red. Ooh! Was that a hidden item? I got a beep, so... Got him, yeah, so that was a hidden item, I see, so that'll be a blue. So this is going to be a red. And then it's got to swap to blue again. Oh, I got hit by the out. That's why I got. Oh, there's the card actually. Clearly, they knew the game was quite tricky though, based on the sheer number of extra lives I am being thrown, and there's no time limit as well. Plus, the power-ups are. Plus, you see there, the pinky medals are permanent, so. Once you get them, you don't need to worry about losing them. Oh. And as I just discovered there, the D-pad controls Neo, as does the analog pad. Well, I'm right next to the extra life and coins. So you can literally just farm, at a certain point you can literally farm lives and coins for more lives. Yeah, this is a really good platform. I'm quite surprised. This is much better. Oh, if I go over that without beating the enemy, slight complaint there, they respawn way too quickly, perhaps? Okay, that was a mistake by me. I was trying to get that last one. Oh well, I got a life and then died. That's what I mean, you can literally farm lives, so death on this section is nothing to fear. Because right now I have, unless I do that and don't get a life. Oh, come on. Oh, I got momentum, haven't I? I've got to, you can't, if you release a little, you have to release a little bit early to get a bit of swing in there. Team Music, yeah. Team Music. Oh, why am I doing this now? I've suddenly gone. I've suddenly. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I suddenly went from being able to do that section perfectly to just failing horribly every time. Team Music. Probably good idea to look at the credits for Team Music. Yeah, Team Music are. I'm not sure they're a group. I think they were a company that did. I think they were actually a company when I looked them up. They're a bit weird. They were basically, I think they're a for-hire music company that did music, but there's not a lot on them. Initially, I thought they were a group, but like when I looked at it, looked, they're actually a for-hire music company. But you don't hear much about them these days. I assume they're no longer around. But yeah, they did music for quite a lot of Dreamcast games. Oh. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Oh, so Deadly Premonition. If they've worked on Deadly Premonition 2, they will still be around then. Because that's not out yet, is it? Or has that come out? No, that did just come out, didn't it? Deadly Premonition 2. So yeah, they must still be around. Yeah, they're basically a music for hire company, I learned. But it's a bit difficult to find stuff on. Like I said, I thought they were a group as well initially. But when I started looking them up, it looked like they're literally a music... Basically, an outsourced company that solely does music. Why have I suddenly gone from doing that a bit easily to suddenly sucking at it spectacularly? Let's try again. So we go for the end so that we at the height we still get a bit of momentum. But yeah, the music for this is actually very relaxed and chill. This game is definitely going on my music playlist. Try one last time to get that coin, but the last time it didn't end so well when I tried to get it. Yeah, you've got to literally drop from that One last shot. I think I've got to literally release as I'm going along, so... That's irritating, that one. I'll give that one a... One last shot. So let's... No, I'm not sure how you get... You must have to do like a release on that one, but not quite sure how. Oh! Didn't want to do that. Never mind. Ah, that's how you get that one. You have to leave it up, so it's a one-time only grab. Oh, and I fluffed that jump spectacularly. But yeah, it's very... So I love the way the... I love the way the stage just does. Some of the stages in this are really good. Oh wow, we've actually got to the... Yeah, this is really well... No, it certainly wouldn't be a miss on a modern Android phone. Come on, sprint. The sprint... The one thing I will say is the run mechanics are not great in this. Oh, you... Okay, still got a couple of lives. Don't want to mess this up any further. Oh, you... It locks when that... Take it a bit cool, calm and collected now. It definitely... There we go. I was just asking for that, getting greedy, and I'd missed one of them anyway, so it didn't matter. I got... Oh, Riven, what are you doing? You're on your last life. Don't mess this up. Okay, that's me trying to go for the coins, so I'm just going to ignore the coins this run. I'll get the ID pass and nothing else. Bit of practice makes perfect to this day as well. But yeah, it's a really nicely well made game. So you can see if I... What's the time now? I should be able to get to the second boss, actually, I reckon, before I wrap up tonight. I did see some... Okay, so now what I'm doing now, I'm just going to ignore the coins. So yeah, in order to turn enemies into boxes, you have to hit them with the reverse polarity. If you hit them with the same polarity, you'll damage them. Urban Chaos. Yeah, that's not a bad third-person action game, Urban Chaos. I've had that on PC, and I have played the Dreamcast version. Although the Dreamcast version has a bug where I think the ending of the game, the ending was actually missing. Or doesn't play. It's a weird one. So you get all the way to the end and you can beat the last stage, but the ending intro doesn't play. I wouldn't call it a hidden gem. I'd call it a solid third-person game. I wouldn't say there's actually that many I mean, Slave Zero isn't a too bad action game as well. I wouldn't say there's that many hidden gems on here, the Dreamcast these days. I think most of them are known about, but... Okay, back to where I was. This is the thing, I am a platforming vet, so for me, once I know what I'm doing, it's pretty easy. Oh, no, that's screwed up. Oh, you... Yeah, I mean, I've got quite an extensive knowledge, but even there are certain platforms like the PS1, even a few Dreamcast games I've learned about recently that I wasn't aware of. So, yeah, Urban Chaos is probably best on PC, I will admit. It was actually quite a really good PC game. The Dreamcast port was decent, but yeah, ideally you want the PC version, but if you can't get that, go for the Dreamcast version. Oh. That was me suddenly losing concentration. I might do Shadow Man tomorrow if anyone wants to watch that one. I'm just debating whether to do Shadow Man. Okay, here we go. Finally at the exit. Literally, I was right at the exit anyway. I think you need the ID card for the bonus stage. Hidden item got him, I see. So, press any button onto bonus stage. So... But yeah, I mean, Urban Chaos is a good... I really did enjoy Urban Chaos. The PC version was really good, and the Dreamcast version is actually really solid as well. You can actually adjust the frame rate slightly by taking off a few of the effects on the... Okay, so this is the furthest I've got on this stage, so now I've got to do blue. Oh. Shadow Man recently got a re-release. It's not a bad game. It's basically like an open world platformer. So Legacy of Kain's probably the sort of best one of the official. So the official released games. Legacy of Kain's probably the best one. The indie one we looked at really recently was pretty good as well. Well, that was actually very good. The indie one we looked at. Yeah, Shadow Man's best on Dreamcast. It was quite a buggy game. They recently reissued it on PC. It's quite a dark game. It's very darkly lit, so I don't know how well it's going to be to stream. Oh well, I'm amazed I did that jump. So yeah, I really like the jumping mechanics in this. The magnetic idea is really good. Oh, that's a hidden thing already. I can hear the VMU bleep when you get near the hidden items, so... It was... Oh! Fudgeums. So basically Shadow Man's an interesting third person. If you want, I can pop it on tomorrow. It's basically a Tomb Raider style sort of undead thing. I mean, it's kind of a game you want for Halloween, but it's more occult than undead, I suppose. Gets the hidden item via... Do I need a certain polarity? So what makes the hidden items appear? Oh, jump! Jump! Yeah, there's definitely a thing with the camera angle where sometimes the jump, if you don't execute it on the right frame, basically you get a... He has a jump lag. So I've basically got to jump before I reach the... Oh, yeah. But yeah, basically it's kind of an occult version of Tomb Raider, but it's basically a bit more like Metroid in that it's all open world and you can move between the various areas. So kind of, some areas remind me a bit of basically of like a light and dark world. I should just check I saved that when I beat. No, I didn't. But yeah, it's quite a nice game. I think I'm probably going to get through the first... Not the biggest game, I don't think, this. Although there's quite enough to replay at Super Magnetic Niu. So this is actually... yeah, it's a really nice game to watch, isn't it? And play. So... right, I'm going to ignore the coins. This stage is going to be tough. Okay, so it's beeping around here. Ah, there we go. I see, so when you hear the beep, it means it's near. Oh, jump! Jump, Neo! Yeah, there was a recent remake remaster, so yeah, it's basically about the only Metroid game. And there is a remake remaster on PC recently. It's not a perfect game, I'll be honest. I think it's a little bit dull in places, Shadow Man, but I'm tempted to do it. Oh, I needed to run for that one, didn't I? Again, I need to remember to jump, run and jump to that one. The only problem with Shadow Man is it's a very darkly lit game, so I might have fun having to set it up so that way you guys can actually see it on stream. It's incredibly darkly lit. Run control is a little bit irritating in this. You really got to get this right. Now I've got to run to this. Oh. Yeah, this stage is going to be tough. Grab them while I can. I see this is definitely the stage that goes up a whole new gear, so we're continuing in a second, aren't I? Oh, jump! Jump! Yeah, he's got slide. There's nothing worse than a slidey jump. Oh, he ran the... Yeah, you really have to be in position in the angle. Okay, so... Attempt no 3 or 4, is that? But yeah, I'll probably look at Shadow Man tomorrow if I can do. I've actually picked up a few Dreamcast games recently, so there are still a few sort of niche ones we don't yet have. There's still some quirky titles. I might cover one of them Thursday. I might do a Japanese import Thursday, so... Hidden item was there, although not really worth getting if I do that, is it? Oh. At least the music's quite chilled. The one thing I will say is the music is really nice to listen to, so even when you're dying horribly, oh, you... Okay, that jump's a real pain because the camera angle is not lining it up properly. You have to basically jump. Some of these jumps you need to jump at a weird angle. I did see a few people say the difficulty of this goes up no end, so you have to be on your guard. So this is the part where I've got to start really playing it. So I can't jump to that one, I'm going to have to go to this one. Yeah, and you've really got to get... Yeah, this... I think this stage would bring many a player of this game to tears, basically. And bear in mind, I'm a platform veteran of this era, so... Right, let's see if we can line this up. yeah, this is a proper. This is the sort of stage at the end of Super Mario. I don't know if you've done Super Mario 3D World on Nintendo Wii U. The last stage of that was basically a homage to Mario players. It's a truly awful stage. It's uncomfortably hard to the point of you literally spend about 2 hours doing it. Yeah, this makes Sonic look. This stage alone will sort out the Sonic fans, because Sonic on Dreamcast doesn't really have any difficult jumps. This is a proper, as you say, this is a proper platformer. I'm probably rushing this a bit, so I probably shouldn't run as much, because when I'm doing that, I am dying horribly. The dash does make you very slippery, and I saw someone else complain about that. But until now, I hadn't thought about it, so yeah, there may be a hidden thing, but right now I just want to get off this level, and I have to dash for that one. Ribbon, remember. Now this is the tricky part, because you can't gauge it properly. I literally have to I literally have to see where my shadow is to know where to jump, because the controls are not... It's a bit... The physics are a little bit slidey, so this is the stage where I could see many... I did hear a couple people say they had smashed their controllers playing this. This might just be like the one only stage that's brutally difficult, but from what I saw, a couple people say this does get a lot harder as it goes on. But I'm determined to get to the second world boss, so we're one stage away from the second world boss. But I said visually, it's a very, very nice game. So jump, jump, blue, right. Now here's the part. Okay, good. Right, you can actually just point and run, so I don't... Oh. It's about 3 blocks you can just about make on a flat jump. I need to check that that's correct. Yeah, you have a bit of a teeny... I'm going to say you have a teeny bit of lag with the slippery controls, so... So I just need to angle and then run and jump. Okay, that's better. That's how you do it. I think that's why they've lined those coins up there, so you'll... basically angle it, run, jump. Oh, you have to run for that as well. Oh. Okay, let's get the running, jumping practice. Yeah, there's definitely a slip. So if you want to, you have to basically hit it just a little bit earlier, or else you will slide off the platforms. Look at my knuckles here. Right, here guys, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to beat the whole level in one sitting. I'm not going to do any of the jumps. Yeah, this stage I can see being many a player's pain. And this is 2-4, and we've still got, I think there's 5 worlds in this at least. What's it say on the back of the box? Nope, doesn't tell you how many worlds there are, so... I can see reviewers going, I got to this world and died horribly. It's just basically getting in the practice to know when to jump, so yeah, I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to run for that. Jump and... Right, this is the tricky part. I need to jump and run for this. Because... Ah, you... There's a rail section going above at this point, I've just noticed. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, I'm not going to go for the coin. I'm not going to... Okay, that would have saved me a lot of hassle. That would have saved me a lot of hassle indeed. I need to press red. Yes, sneaky indeed. Thank you, Dubs. Yeah, that's... And I need to get... So, it's red if I stay to this side. Well, that's one way to beat that bit. And jump again, blue. No, no, no. Yeah, you've got to hit those spiky guys. Oh no, I've just died, haven't I? Still got one left. Quite like to try and get that. Got different ways to go on, but this gotta be careful. So this one I actually want the red one to damage him and knock him off. So red impacts. So one of the tricks with the enemies, red. Basically, if they're a red enemy, the matching color will damage them and knock them. And if you do that twice, you'll bump them off. The opposite color will convert them into the orb, and that spike guy you cannot convert into the orb. Whoever designed this stage was truly devious, that I will say. This actually reminds me a bit of Rainbow Islands, this stage in the Toy Island. This does remind me like it's Rainbow Island in the... the fact you've got... I think this may even be loosely inspired by the Toy Island and Rainbow Island this stage, because you have the rainbows in the background. And it looks almost like... If you ever seen Toy Island and Rainbow Island... Ah. Okay, right, I've got this down now, so I know what to do to get up to that point. And yeah, there's some sneaky stuff there. Sneaky level design. Appreciate all the likes. If you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. This is Super Magnetic Neo, first released back in 2000. And it was developed by Genki, and it was published by Genki in Japan, and it was published by Crave Interactive in the rest of the world. Right, so now I know what I'm doing. I will just walk off the edge of the platform. Yeah, you have got to watch those slippery controls. Impatience is something that will often... I've just got to take it nice and steady. Yeah, that stream, the Rainbow Island stream, was really popular, so... Okay, yeah, I completely missed the fact the bobbles were going round at the top of the floor. I ended up actually beating the game, and we discovered that if you beat the game in normal mode, by the option menu, you don't get the additional islands in Rainbow Islands Extra, which is really quite irritating. Okay, so red. That was a little bit closer to comfort than I'd like. Off he goes. So as you can see there, once you get the practice down, suddenly you can replay a section that you were previously struggling on with relative ease. But it helped if I paid attention to the thing above me, but I think I'm going to need to jump on that. Okay, I'm a bit nervous about this section. That's why you... Oh. Okay, this is going to be horrible, this bit. This is going to be absolutely horrible. I'm going to have to use this to jump, aren't I? Oh. Oh, word. Oh, the water is pushing me. There's slidey blocks on top of it. Move, get it in. Yeah, I need to. Okay, so again, Spike Guy, I need to hit him with the blue, else he will. Okay, so the game knows how to reward you with extra lives. It's about to give me 2. Oh, I'll wait for the other one to come back so that way Oh, you are... But yeah, I mean, this game's actually, it's actually really well put together. Great music, great graphics, some really solid gameplay. I wouldn't say it's top tier. I'd say it's one of like... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. And I'm on my last life again. Oh. I used the blue. I should have just done the run along the pillar bit. I used the blue. Actually, I was trying that other way, and I used it to. When you have the two inadvertent ones, you need to use the alternative ones to not get knocked off the edge. Because basically, if you get the swinging one and the other one, when you swap, you have to give a moment's respite. Else, if you re-hit the other one with the wrong colour, it stuns him. Okay, so we know what we're doing at the start now. Get wrong colour. And you do have to remember you will have a little bit of inertia, so if I release there, you'll be pushed along a little bit. I'm going to definitely give the bonus bits a skip on this one, or the coins at least for now. I have a sneaking suspicion you will need all the coins. And what did I forget to hit, ladies and gentlemen? Can't quite figure how you get that extra life actually, but get that one with the guy with the red. That's with the blue, blue, blue. Turn this guy into a block with the blue. Turn this guy in the blue. We'll just chuck that at him. Turn this guy into a block with the red just for fun. Throw him off the edge. Very psychedelic. Yeah, this bit definitely reminds me of Rainbow. Yeah, there's a bonus is the other one. I'm gonna wait till the other one comes along. Oh, fudgems. Yeah, the Rainbow Island stream was quite a busy one actually. That was... And if you haven't seen already, we've got a long play up on the channel because generally our stream videos aren't actually anywhere near as popular as the long plays. So, and I will be doing more long plays. We've got one of Sega Bass Fishing out at the minute. So basically, because they're alternative colours, those. Come on, get through. So that he needs to go off with blue. Yeah. There's an extra life there. Okay, so red, up we go, blue. Well, that's the ID card at least. Okay, so I need to... Oh, you've got to be quick up there, so I need to do blue, then red, pretty swiftly. So blue, then red. Nope, that's a fluff. Super... That's a Saturn game, isn't it? I think. Is that a Saturn fishing game? Because if that is, I think I have that one. Oh, just out. No, no, I've run into that. I've got, because we have actually got the couple of Saturn fishing games, so. And there's like one, The Legend of the. No, it mustn't run at that point, else that reason. I think the first few are on SNES, really? Well, the minute you even... The only good thing about this is they didn't give you a time limit. If they did, this would be a game where everyone would just be... Yes! Finally. What incarnation am I supposed to do here? Okay, what did you want me to do there? You are... It's a blue, red. No, I didn't hit it, did I? Yeah, oops. Still wait a second then. There was a Sega Marine Fishing. There's actually like a Saturn STV arcade game. Oh, I should probably try. I'm not using run at that point, and yeah, I should do a run jump as well. I think run jump will get me a bit further. Will run jump get me a bit quicker up those? I'm still getting used to a few of the mechanics, so do bear with me. Okay, so what am I supposed to do here? I do something with the bullets? Okay, you have to run and jump up that platform. I largely, and I didn't even get the hidden item even though I knew where it was. That's a horrible, horrible stage. Appreciate all the lights are on. Right! So I've got pressing alternative colours at this point. Oh! That's irritating. He went into the death animation before I pressed the button because I was waiting to go low.
Did I ever tell you the story of what happened to me when I was a young aspiring villain? One day, I was walking past a toy store when I caught a glimpse of a brilliantly colored cube toy and a stuffed bear. My ingenious mind instantly drew an image of the cube and bear combined into one magnificently evil creation. I had just pressed my face up against the store window, drooling in excitement at the thought of creating such a delightfully wicked creature from simple toys, when the oafish store owner suddenly appeared without warning. He pushed me to the ground and ordered me to remove myself from the property. But I had my revenge. In a strange twist of fate, he became the first victim to face the terrifying creature that I devised. Clearly, the fool did not know who he was dealing with.
What are you mumbling about?
So yes, we're on to the next quirky boss fight. So I'm going to beat this boss and that's where I'll actually leave it. But I've got enough practice now. I could probably run this pretty quickly then. Oh, that stage, I was getting down as well, but that's a horrible stage. It's okay, some of those bits, like at the end bit, I was like, what do I do there? It's like, oh, run and jump. Requires a bit of brain power. Although you don't have to... The Rabbity Q! Okay, all the bosses are going to obviously try and largely slam you. Okay, yeah, so the hitbox collision on him is actually, the enemies is not quite as clean as I was thinking it is. Definitely there's a little bit of wiggle room. You have to be a little way away. If you're too close when you throw that, you'll actually take damage. Oh, he actually damaged me with that slam. I've got to jump it. I do like the 3D design of this boss fight. It's very cool. Yeah, that's you've got to make sure you get the enemies together as well. Yeah, I should have a video on, we've got a PS4 game coming this week, and I will also have a long player Dynamite Cop coming as well. Probably the weekend that will be. I'm trying to get Sega Rally 2 done as well, but that's proving quite taxing to get first in arcade mode. Appreciate the likes, everyone. Glad to see you enjoying this look at the very good Super Magnetic Niu, although this stage is definitely not the stage before this boss fight. It's proving to be very tricky. Okay, this boss fight doesn't seem to be too hard. Although I like the fact he changes form as it goes on. So what I'm going to do is basically keep him... Got to be a bit mindful of the collision on this one. It's a... Oh, he transformed just before I could. Ah, I thought I'd taken a hit. First one to keep them together so that way you can... The music, yeah, so the music and visuals are very, very tight in this. Okay, you gotta watch. His collision is a bit bigger than you initially think, so... Yeah, I've done a playthrough of all 3 mission modes and a few of the other bit modes. I did actually play through survival using a cheat device to see how hard it was, and ye gad, that was ruthless. And I was like, wow, maybe I should put that up, but I'll have to use a cheat device because the 100-man survival is probably one of the hardest things. Ah, this is the problem, you've got to get them together or else. Keep him sort of around the edges of the stage. So if I stay in the centre, his guys will spawn together. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Yeah, the PS4 game is also another retro HD one, but I'm not going to say what it is on stream. We'll just have to wait and see. But retro fans will appreciate it. Oh. It's weird, you miss out on the... Because the way boss fight respawns you, you miss out on the first... Right, so what my aim is to lure him. Oh, come on. Oh, you can pick up with Y, can't you? That's what it's going to be. Yeah, because I'm sure you're aware there's a lot of remakes and HD versions out at the minute of classic games, so... Just keep him away. That's how to do it. You got to, yeah, okay, so that bit's quite trickier. You've got to jump. You've really got to get the timing right on that one. So these two minions drop in the centre. Oh, you can't pick it up. I thought you could. Oh, that's rubbish. Basically, if you mess up with the shot, you can't pick it up. You actually want to stay in the centre because these two spawn right there. And then yeah, so wait till he's actually unveiled. Probably actually taking him into the foreground might not be the best idea. Okay, there we go. Come on. Oh, he's gone invulnerable before I could. You jump there, buddy. I'll go over here. If I stay back here. Oh! I missed the time the shot, so there he goes. These two minions come this way. Got him. Now, is he going to blow up or is he going to... Okay, so this boss is quite a lot more challenging than the first one. Oh, that's really irritating. Oh, he's got me. Oh. Yeah, his vulnerability window is not as big as I was hoping it is. You actually have to really move on it, so... Again, so, okay, don't throw it when he's still turning. It's got to be when he's stationary. Just keep moving around. When he locks, run. Wait till he stops spinning. Now throw, okay. Right, so I'll basically literally stand next to him so that way he just does a pathetic jump. No, don't run at him, throw it. Oh, I pressed the run button. That was purely my mistake. Oh, I'm not out of range of the... It's just a case of learning the strategy and putting it all together. So largely he only gets attacked by the red guys. So there, we're good to hit him, move away. I'm going to force him to go back round this side. As soon as he does his knuckle run. So it's all about strategy. This is what, when you're a QA tester as I was, it's basically about forming strategies, understanding what you do. So again, I'm going to literally stand right next to him as soon as he stops moving. I'm pressing the wrong buttons because I'm... No, no, that's the wrong thing to do. He's going to be in the centre. Ah! Can't make him like jump all the way back here. Yep. Yeah, that's the danger with doing that. You can get hit by the... Really enjoying this boss fight, actually. I want to try and beat it before I finish. So it's all about forming strategy. Pardon. Right, so I've got his attack button down for the first stage, and I'm aware of the collision, so I'm getting the timings down as well. So you have got that with any boss fight, you've got to do that. So I also want to avoid the power-ups. So that's not ideal positioning, but it's not too bad. I actually got stuck, so I'll just try and bring him back round. But you have to be a bit mindful. The collision on this is not quite as obvious as it should be. So there he goes. So now he's going to turn into the jumping man. So run here now. Okay, you actually have a lot of time to avoid that one. So I'm going to go back here. So that way he's got a really far jump. Okay, I've taken a hit, but I'm not too fussed. So now onto the rolling phase. I have no idea. Is he going to follow a preset pattern now? Is that him? Is that him gone? Okay, that final phase was really easy. No, don't go off the lot. You could technically fall to your death here, so you wouldn't want to do that. To the cowboy world! Okay, I'll quickly do the first stage of the cowboy world just to show it off. So 2 hours 30 and I'm already halfway done 2 of the worlds. I think you're going to have to replay them to get all the coins and benefits. Find the hidden stuff. As I said, the VMU does beep when the hidden power-ups, but the overworld's really nice as well. So it's red. Welcome Cowboy. Yep, so we got to the next world. I do like the overworld, it's really quite nicely done. I'm liking that cowboy themed music as well. So I'm going to wrap up this stream in a minute, but I think I'll just quickly show you the first stage of this world. See if it's a... I suspect this will be a climb down from the previous stage at the other end one. I expect it to be quite a nice easy one. Just say on that sign there. Western Village. So yeah. Oh nice, we've got... Oh, we have a stampede coming down. Mosey on down there, partner. I actually need to do. Okay, we're back on the horse then. Ooh. By the way, you just literally jump on the horse. Nice. Where the cows come. Oh. Oh, we got to dodge that one. A bit like a radio hit. Just stay to the right, I think, at that one. This is a really good fun stage, actually. And yes, a very welcome change of pace from the previous stage that was rather tricky. So this one, I'm just going to go that side. Yeah, ignore that coin for now. I'll figure out how to get it on and off. Oh! Oh, I'm back at the start. That was a blue jump. You can just literally get it if you... I could probably just jumped for that one. Well, it's a pretty impressive run considering the fact I've not really played this game before, so I'm quite pleased. I think 2 bosses down. It's definitely a game that as you play you get vastly better as well. Oh, I just pressed the slippery jump button. But yeah, it's a very nice little platform game on Dreamcast. As I said, each stage actually seems to have its own theme, which is really nicely done. They never feel the same. They all feel very differently. Every level really seems well thought out as well. It's not just... there are some games where I can think of where sections just feel a bit sort of... Oh! Jump! 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 Yeah, the jump's irritating. You jump at those key moments and then sometimes it doesn't quite come out because I think there's definitely a slight lag with the jump. So that's probably my biggest criticism. Jump could be a touch more responsive, which for a platformer does mean that's a really big... Oh, that's me pressing the wrong button. I mean, it's not a huge setback, but it's an irritating one for a platform veteran like myself. When you're sliding, because they've got slightly sliding inertia, I think partly because how they want to do the magnetism. I must admit, the style, I mean, visually the graphics aren't the greatest, but the style, because they've been stylized, they look really nice. Oh, I pressed the blue there. I jumped up and saw a blue platform. Right, getting that. Getting there, slowly but surely. Do really like the cows, or the bulls, aren't they? They look really nice. Very simplistic, very cute. I've got to wait a bit more before I jump. But yeah, definitely the difficulty has ramped up noticeably from the first few levels. There seems to be a slight element of puzzleness now to working out when to jump, when to time it for some of these sections, and I think that's deliberate. Working out exactly where to go, when to jump. Oh! Then it's to press left. Boo hiss. Did that deliberately, didn't you, game? Reminds me of the Moo Cows of Moo Metza, which was another video game by Konami, also based on a cartoon series that we never actually got over here in Europe. I don't think it was very successful at all, but I always liked the game. Right, I think that go. Hey, finally. Okay, so he's going to... Oh! Should have gone right, not left. Just he charged me. I do think there is quite a lot of trial and error in these slightly later stages. It's a case of just learning where you're going to die and how to avoid it. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's probably a counter to the short length of this game. So, but some people don't like trial and error. So you've got to get that red jump just right enough early on. I'm keeping the coins, so although I'm still losing lives, it reduces the loss of life quite heavily because we get about 50 coins up into this bit, so at least that way. I'm just going to ignore the mouse coins for now. There's actually another extra life back to that side. You're going to jump in front of me, aren't you? You're going to go that way. And we land in the hay barrel. Okay, Sheriff! We are the Sheriff of these parts. Okay, that was a much more relaxing stage than the previous press. So yeah, so the ID card gets you to the bonus stage. I assume you need all the pinky coins to unlock stuff. There's a hidden bonuses on all the stages as well. They're going to be quite tricky to find. Ah, so this I had this one early on and then we didn't have it again. Nope, this is a different one. Okay. Okay, that's a red at that point. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. Oh, I pressed the wrong one again. Oh, can I just get in there? One. Yes, just. That wasn't that hard. It was just a little done. The way they'd done it, it was slightly confusing to swapping the colours. But yeah, once you get it down, I mean, once you get these stages down, they're not going to be that hard at all, the bonus stages. Right, just because you guys are you still on stream, Dubs? I'll just quickly show you the next stage, and then I'm going to finish. Is Terry still on stream as well? Canolas, yes, Dubs. Ah, you are still with me. That's nice to see. Don't know if Terry's still with me, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll have a quick look at this stage. This is it for me. I will be wrapping up now. I hope you've seen a good enough chunk of. Ooh. Can I not jump on those guys? Yeah, it was a very close one. Okay, so I can't convert the electric guy either. I've got to watch that. I really have got to be careful with the jumping because, as I keep complaining. Actually, the characters in this remind me a bit of Mr. Driller as well. I did previously cover the... Right, so this one was actually, when I did that before, didn't give me much. So I'm going to need to knock him off with the red rather than... Okay, so... I mean, the stages are all very different, which is really nice to see. Oh, red, blue, red, blue. Just something... Yeah, you can't touch this one. It's something you need to... You will get confused with the red, blue. It does take a little while. You basically have to learn the game with your muscle memory. So, blue... Oh, why didn't... I must have... Yeah, I can't... That can't have been quite close to it yet. Probably if I do that... No. Oh, I see. That has some sort of weird crystal on it. Oh, there we go. I mistimed that, so, right. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way then. Just gonna ignore that crystal. Don't fall off the edge there. Can't touch the crystal heart. Yeah. Yeah, they've done that deliberately. They were in earlier stages, those crystals. That one didn't give me enough movement to... Yeah, that one's a bit cheeky, that one. Right. Let's see how far I can get on this stage before I wrap it up. As soon as I run out of lives, I'm going to quit, so... Although I had a good start, and then I... It was a case of just learning everything as you go along. Ah, so the swirly pattern ones will fall into the water. That's a red. Now I've got to time this so I land on the inertia. Ah, I needed to run from that one. I needed to get on that and do that. Oh. Yeah, the depth is definitely a little bit tricky. So, I think the difficulty is... It's probably a bit harder than it should be, and that's purely because I don't think this is that big a game. I think if they didn't make this that hard... I mean, it's not too hard, but it definitely will give newcomers a bit of a challenge, and I think that's purely due to the fact this is not that big a game at all, and I think most platforming vets, if they're just slightly... If you had a life bar in... Oh... If you had a life bar in this, you would cream this very quickly. Right, last life. Am I going to die horribly, or am I going to get a bit further? No pressure. There are a few bits that... This is one I definitely feel like trying to play through, actually. So I need to get on... Oh, pressed red instead of blue. Never mind. Oh, I did get an extra life. Okay, right, one last shot. No, that was me bad. I pressed it the wrong way. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. I'm going to finish that there. I'm getting a bit tired as well. So, and it's midnight as well. So there's the... There you go, the title screen as well. There's also the challenges. I haven't actually seen. So what's the challenges? Just to see what this mode is, very, very briefly. But appreciate you all watching. Just take one step at a time. Okay. So we have some ruthlessly hard challenge modes. Dubs might appreciate this. So, Kids Stuff 1. Okay, this is... Riven, take it. Yeah, no, I'm going to finish... So I'm just interested to see what the challenge mode was like, but... Obviously, this has got... So, obviously you got the main game and you've got these separate challenge stages. So, that's quite nice. So, that's the red one. This gets... Yeah, this is going to get tricky quickly, isn't it? Just to see what they are quickly. But yeah, thanks for being here, Dubs. Thanks for being here, Terry Wogan. As well. Well, I should say I call him Terry because he's given his name after a famous BBC British presenter who's no longer with us, so sadly. Well, that's quite cool, Dubs. You're very welcome. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Please do hit that like button. You can always support the channel by hitting that like button, and you can always subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. So here's so obviously this is where we've got blue, red, blue, red. So you got this little extra mode as well. So yeah, you get quite a nice little game to it. This is obviously going to be... So this one, because it's an airborne one, red means that it's going to be red. And that means it will be blue. I don't quite understand why they've done it that way, but I guess that's to basically confuse you. But I'm glad you've all enjoyed it. Kid Stuff 6. Okay, so this is going to be... This basically probably going to be like Lemmings in a number of stages. This could get very hard very quickly. Oh yeah, that's red, isn't it? Yeah, if you've never played Cloudberry Kingdom, I saw videos of that. The last couple of stages of that are just ridiculous. It's like, why would you put yourself through that? I suspect this may get very much like that later on, this mode. But yeah, quite interesting little mode there, as I hadn't actually tried this mode. I thought it would be like a... I didn't realise it was a totally separate mode. So yeah, you've got quite a lot of game here, but as I said, the difficulty's definitely to... definitely this is probably... I'm surprised this doesn't get more love from the people that enjoy tough platformers, because this looks like it could well get very tricky towards the later end of the game. And these challenge stages would definitely be what... sort of old school speedrunners and things like. Yeah, so if you press the red alternative one on these ones, you'll lock to them. And you do need to do that. Alright, where's the red coming? Where's the red coming? Yeah. Okie dokie, I'm going to do one or two more. And this is actually quite a nice mode, actually, but this is going to turn into a tricky difficulty pretty quickly. So that, yeah, these early ones are repeats of one another with slightly different colour. But yeah, as I said, visually this is a very good looking game. It plays really well. I think some people may not like the fact it has slightly slippery in controls with the inertia, but that's clearly intended. Oh, I can't believe I screwed that. Oh, yes. A moment of madness here, come on. Yeah, they are quite interesting. Yeah, they are actually quite addictive as I told you. Like, yeah, I was quite enjoying these. I was going to wrap up the end of the thing. I just thought I'd just give it a quick shot, see what the challenge mode was. I didn't realise it's like a whole-on Lemming-style puzzle bonus mode. I should have really read the manual, but I've got it at the side of me. But... okay, here's where things get interesting, because then... You need to get to the inertias. You're going to start getting the inertia swings and stuff. Yeah, probably a good idea to start with these, but you're going to rapidly get to ones that get very, very difficult. The fact this first series is called Kid Stuff, and there is a separate save, so... Yeah, you can... I'm one of these people that these type of puzzles, they slightly can... After a while, they trick your hand-eye coordination. So it's like, oh, you think press the one and go for the other. And it's something I find I have where I sometimes get my hand-eye coordination tricked. And that's part of the aim of these type of puzzles. So it's going to be red, red, blue, probably red, 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 blue, blue, red, red. Okay, that jump was getting further as well, so yeah, they're really testing you. Quite interesting challenges, these sort of challenge mode. I was going to wrap it up and did it up with nice to a few extra minutes. However, that is where I'm actually going to bring it to an end, that stage. I think that's quite a nice one. So thank you, Dubs, for being on stream. As always, I wish you a good night, a good evening, good morning, good afternoon. A good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Or, yeah, wherever you are in the world. This has been Super Magnetic Niu on the... right, so this one you have to use blue to lock on to that one. Yeah, so they teach you the newer mechanics. Alright, I'll quickly go at one more before I finish this stream. These are, as you say, they are actually quite addictive, these puzzle ones. So that's going to be red, red. Ooh. Ooh, those ones tilt, do they? So I didn't see them before. Good evening. Yes. Okay, and with that, I'm going to finish. Thank you again, Dal, for joining. Thank you, Terry, as well. Thanks to everyone else who's been on stream. As always, if you do like our content, please do consider hitting that like button. Please consider subscribing. And, of course, you can always use things like Super Chat and stuff. Other features as well if you want. I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably be looking at Shadow Man tomorrow, as I mentioned. But that's it from me. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you all tomorrow.